Alright, hey everybody. I think we're live. I hope this is working. Happy Tuesday. Today we've got a very exciting 2v2 exhibition match between some of these stellar players. You may have heard of them. Alright, looks like we've got an issue with the game setup, so we're gonna re-roll. Hey Kaylor. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we got an exciting one today too. Might be a little bit long, but we got a 2v2 match between some very strong players. And the smack talk is already flowing, so we love to see that. Alright, so we're just waiting for this game to get fully set up. Looks like the settings are getting tinkered with even further. Wow, we've got some custom settings here. Let's see what they went with. And we've got fire and ice factions. Alright. We sure got some stuff going on. Alright, so welcome to, I guess, an extension of Terra Mystica Tuesday League. These four competitors were all in the same league this season and have all decided they were enthusiastic about doing a 2v2 exhibition game. So the way you can tell who's on what team here is that Claybizzell and Bizzell both have little American flags next to their names, and Ryan the Man and Georgetheshortman both have little Canadian flags, excuse me, United States flags and Canada flags. So it's George Shortwell and Ryan the Man, George the Short Man against Claybo Jangles and Bizzell, who I think we're calling Claybizzell? Bizbo? Yeah, and it looks like we got lakes going on. And they've picked a custom setup. Who set up this table? Did Ryan the Man set up this table? It looks like they set some custom tiles here. So maybe this is a little bit of a sneaky way to try to gain an edge here. But we got big buildings round 1, temples round 2, nice little round 3 town round in the middle of the game. Round 4 dig round, which could be very interesting with this 2v2, and then trading posts to finish things off. Repeated air rewards, repeated earth rewards, and some coins off the cults, but with low coin setup in terms of the bonus tiles. And already we see an alchemist pick and a giants pick. So we got some digging factions here. We got some factions that can turn some stuff, some colors. I guess giants is an interesting pick because, I mean, giants tend to be pretty good on this map, but they can't really dig hexes for others. So in terms of, okay, so I don't know of too many 2v2s that have happened in this community. I know some have. But the one strategy that I expect we may see here is digging hexes for others. So let's give a think here to what they're going to be doing with alchemists and giants. I'm going to check in with the players. We're going to be jumping in and out throughout the stream into their different voice chats. So what we've got is again, it's Claybizzell for Team USA, and then Ryan the Man and George Shortwell as Team Canada here in a 2v2. So what the players have done is gone into separate voice chat channels. Now I'm going to be dropping in periodically throughout the stream so we can hear what they're thinking. But for now, looks like we've got giants, alchemists, and yetis, with one more faction to be chosen. And interestingly enough, I guess it was Team Canada here as Georgetheshortman, who got to pick the first two factions, and then Bisbo, who got to pick the second two factions. We've got some players who don't love the setup. All right. Give me 1 second to do a couple of stream things. I'll be right back. Enjoy the show in the meantime.
The old
hello.
The old Snellman Tunal thing has Yeti's best in this matchup over 3 games.
But
so George and Ryan, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Just want to let you know that we are listening in.
Oh, good.
I said you should bid Yetis down 2-5.
So 25.
No, 2-5. Like 0-5.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. You can do that, but I'm
Okay, then you bid on the other faction. I'll bid on Yetis down to 5.
Well, no, I don't. No. I don't. Well, I'm not playing Swarmlings, so that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, we should ban them.
I'll just keep rolling on the Yetis. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing.
When do you think it'd be enough to, like, let's say both jump over?
Good question.
Giants can't be that bad here. But let's say if they take Swarmling, right? They can just get, big building, and then
They can try and
take a
like
spade for
monopolize it.
take a spade for Yetis.
Yeah, well, I guess, okay, so in a normal game, I would definitely be starting d5
This
as
is not a normal
Yetis.
game, though.
Like the thing with Yetis is we really want to avoid building by them. Like we don't want to give them power under any circumstances. If they're Yetis, we definitely don't want to power them up. Which is kind of nice if we're alchemists, because we can put our first one on E3 probably.
I think they're thinking about jumping now.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like third and fourth seat just get such good bonus cards to start with here.
Yeah, even if like Swarming get dig and then or big building.
Well, as Swarmlings, I would want to try and open probably Stronghold Sanctuary on the big building card.
Do you think it's possible?
Well, you just need workers and coins, right? So you just need enough power for workers and coins. The tricky thing is getting, like, where do you start? I guess one on E4.
Like, I don't know. Do you like, or do you start like, let's say, F8 with E8 as brown, but then Alchemist? Do the Alchemist go D8?
Yeah, that's the problem there. Is Alchemist can definitely go D8 to kind of block in the Yetis there, so that would be bad.
Yeah,
But that's why I think like you'd need to put one on E4, and then it's Yetis D5, because Giants are probably going C3. Yeah. And it can be super strong, like opening Sanctuary, because you can open Air 1 and Water 1, or if you need to stall and get a bit more power, you can go Air 1 and Water 2. Oh, looks like they jumped. Okay. Makes sense.
Let's see where he places it.
Because yeah, I mean, if he just doesn't go E3, I think that's fine, right? Because
Okay, wait. Let's say, where would you want to go?
well, I think I'm always going on D5.
D5.
Just with Giants upgrading around me. I think that's always got to be right. I can start with a spade, so I can get D4 before.
So would you start like
Giants
D5, B5, or?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm guessing in that case, Alchemists go E3, which is probably good for us anyways.
And then I go E4, or?
Yeah, and you would go E4 and then probably
Maybe.
just F8 or maybe H2.
I kind of think F8 is a little more flexible.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll put my first one D5. I think I'm always doing that. So I don't know. I feel like E4, and then yeah, it depends where else you want to go.
I think F8 or C6. C6, F8. Yeah, I think F8 is much better.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder.
You can get less messed with like.
Yeah, I think I've got to go b5.
B5 or F6.
I think b5. Like the tricky thing about giants is like they can't use their ability to like dig hexes for alchemists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like he's never going to be able to like give him c4 to like get through this middle. So I think if I go b5, I basically force alchemists to e3, and then they're playing in the west.
You know, alchemists, like, it's 2v2, so they may come up with some like crazy other starting spot. Because if you go b5, like maybe they can go f7 and then they start.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I go b5. And then yeah, as Yetis, I feel like I should take the spade. The worker power is really tempting. But I can't leave the spade for the alchemists.
You get spade and double spade, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
We just have to make sure they don't get double spade, which I don't think they will.
yeah, like I'll always be able to take it if I want.
Quoi? Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Which I guess depending on where they go, I could like double spade a6 and then spade a5. The tricky thing for me is I need to build my stronghold. Like I mean, again, if we try for the stronghold sanctuary for you, you need big building, you need workers and coins. I
doubt I get workers and coins. I'd have to get coins from power.
Yeah. I would also need workers if I'm building my strongholds, which I am. But I would just have to take them after you take them, which should be doable.
So the question is like, I need to upgrade before you upgrade.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they might be thinking about trying to not upgrade by me, in which case they would maybe be going like d8, d9 here. Doesn't seem very good for them though. So that's the only pair of hexes that are adjacent, that are red and black. Otherwise. Okay.
F9 and D8. And yeah, maybe they can vary.
I wonder if he goes F7? Oh no, yeah, he's got to go F3 or E3. Okay.
So I take big building?
I think so, unless you want the spade.
I think I'll take big building.
Yeah, sounds good.
You get the spade?
Yeah. Yeah, like the only tricky thing with taking spade is giants take priest, alchemists take worker power, which means alchemists will be able to double spade on their second turn.
What if you take worker power.
Which almost makes me want to take worker power. It gives me the ability to build a dwelling without taking workers, and gives me more power.
And you still get the double spade, right?
Yeah, in that case, I'm always getting double spade.
Yeah.
Like I could take the spade and still get double spade. I just have to take it first action. In which case I may not have any additional power, so I'd be burning 5 power tokens, which
Right now you have enough for.
fine, but then I'm not getting workers, so that can't be right. So I think I've got if we want to deny them double spade, I have to take worker power.
Yeah, I think it's better because you can still get stronghold with a dwelling out and still have 2 spades.
Yeah.
Double spade. Yeah.
Sounds
You
good.
don't need.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us listen into your whole pre-game convo here. How you guys feeling at this stage?
So here's another question. If you build.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just on mute myself there. Thanks for letting us listen into this part of the early game. How are you guys feeling at this stage?
No clue.
Yeah,
Excellent.
no idea
Love
what's
that.
going on.
It's
We'll
it's
figure
gonna
it
be
out.
great. Best of luck. I'm gonna plan to like drop in maybe 2 more times over the course of the stream, but I'll just let you know like shortly before in the Discord, so you know I'm coming. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sweet. Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, George.
All right. So with all of my tuning in and out of Discords here and figuring everything else out, if at some point you can't hear me or any of the players talking during the stream, just say something in the chat so then I can try to fix it because I'm managing the audio in sort of a goofy way here. But so we get to hear from Team Canada and their thoughts going into the auction. They do have a pretty big gap to make up. But this is a strong looking setup for Yetis and Swarmlings, and as they pointed out, it looks like they're going to be able to have a pretty strong round 1 here based on the bonus tiles. They were in positions 3 and 4 here. So that's great. Let's see about stepping into Team USA's chat. So in the meantime, what have we got going here? So we got an Eastern start for Giants here, which opens up that E8 to D9 stretch. Gives them 2 dwellings this round if they can pull it off here. They would need the workers action in order to do so. This round at least. And Yetis are next to act here. All right, let's head on over to USA chat and see what those guys are up to.
Wait.
Hello, hello.
What up?
Yeah,
You guys can hear me okay?
yeah.
You're being listened in on.
That's fine.
Excellent.
That's good.
Okay, so we're talking about potentially, and don't say anything about this, but we're talking about Yetis potentially trying to double dig.
Oh, I'm not saying anything to either team about either team. Don't worry about that.
Great. So we're talking about that possibility, and like taking away A6 kind of fucking murdered that plan. So it's now weird for them. There are many weird things with what we've done.
How are you guys feeling coming out of the auction? And I promise I won't make you talk to me the whole time.
That's fine.
No, we love it. I feel all right. I mean, it's I think I really liked Yetis and Swarmlings. I think everyone probably did. So I'm curious to see if they can if they can make up the difference.
Yeah, I mean it's like a 40-point difference. It's substantial.
Interesting.
That's pretty solid.
Do you just give it to them, or do you? I don't know.
Well, I mean, at this point, I might as well just go down and build B4
Yeah.
because E3 is kind of dead.
Yeah, E3's dead, but I think E3 is a very, very important connection hex.
Yeah. No, I just meant dead as in like it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. As for the auction though, Lustrous, Abyssal was the one who was like, "Yo, this is a pretty good point gap. I think maybe we can jump," and I was all for it. So, that was as much thinking I think as we did.
Yeah, love that. Got to get the game
it's
going,
just,
right?
Yeah, you sometimes you just gotta let the instincts take over. But like obviously Bizzle is a great Giants player, and I've played Alchemist before, so so that's all we need.
I've certainly played this faction once.
Yeah. Also, I feel like they committed a couple party fouls after we showed them 5 bids was the standard, and Ryan followed, but George kept doing single bids. I mean, there's got to be something in the rules about that. I don't know.
There's got to be. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something.
The unspoken gentleman's agreement, something to that effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't love that I've given them free power, but I don't think it's that big a deal.
You gave Swarmlings free power. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not that worried.
See, look at that. They were always gonna have double dig anyways. This is the other thing we were kind of talking about is like, are Swarmlings, if they get double dig, gonna take E8? Because obviously Giants wants E8. Looks like they're just toying with our emotions about it.
Oh, I ain't worried about it.
I'm not
I mean, if they want to try and take it, go ahead, friend. I do not give a single fuck. Oh yeah, they were never gonna do F8 as their talent or as their spot anyway, because they were always going to do F8 as their sanctuary town. That was a different move by me. Sometimes you blunder.
I just gotta think. I guess I'm thinking about which power action to take here. Probably just the little workers.
Okay, hear me out here. What if I just take G7? What if I double dig and take G7? Okay, never mind. That's bad. I'm fucking bad. Ignore me.
Yeah,
I actually do need the workers, so if you don't need...
Okay, yeah, I can live without him. Are you buying them next?
I guess so. Maybe? I can't see a world where I don't.
Mm.
Do you need them? If you need them, just fucking take them. It's fine. I'll burn the power.
Oh, it's tricky. Everything is kind of tricky. We both need it. I mean,
No, go ahead.
I can't use them. So obviously you are better suited for it. So I'm gonna buy a priest.
Can I afford to do this now? Yeah, big fuck it moment.
My workers, yeah. Yeah, you definitely should. Swarmlings they're like almost able to do Stronghold Sanctuary.
Yeah, that's fair. They've been fed a fair bit. I definitely should have upgraded C3. That was my mistake. They could have done Stronghold Sanctuary if.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't taken workers there. That was the correct move.
Yeah, there's very little coins in this game, so I feel like hopefully you can suck a lot of that up, Bizzle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like I should have probably taken coins instead, but I'm not that concerned about it.
No, I feel like you needed the workers. Like even if they take E8 and you can't use both of the workers.
There's no way he's taking E8. Like there's like no fucking way. G7, H9 is so goddamn good for him.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'm in.
And 4. Now someone's got to use it. Yeah, I didn't want to be first to pass, but it's looking like I'm going to be.
Honestly, I don't think that's that bad. Oh, because Spade is going to somebody else.
Yeah, Spade's gone. I don't really have a good spot to use my double dig. Actually, that's a lie. George is definitely going to dig A7 by the end of this round, but I don't know. I just need to get to F2 really fast.
Yeah. It sucks that there's no temp ship in this game.
Yeah.
You could
Wait, did I see custom pass tiles going on or custom scoring tiles?
So I tried to make the map like it was, and then I forgot that I had to do the other parts of it.
Oh, you just replicated the random setup.
Yeah, I just
Got
replicated
it.
the random
Got it.
stuff.
Okay. I thought someone snuck that in to try to get an edge. I mean, it's an interesting setup. There's like repeated rewards, low coins on the tiles, but some coins off the Colts.
We got the exact same setup, except the most important thing, which is a different map. So
Yeah, whoopsie.
I mean, they're playing with my emotions by taking so long. They would definitely be running below 0 if we were not in training mode, right?
Oh, 100%. I love how
That's
they're like, you guys gotta go fast.
And this is how they repay us.
Yeah.
Barf, barf, barf.
What is he doing? Like, is he planning on pass? Is he? Oh, he's doubled. Okay, he's single digging. Okay, that's fine. And then he's okay. That's fine. Such is life.
Oh, look at me! I'm so cool. I can leave a hex open. That's so annoying. Stupid ice. I will dig that hex. You watch me. I'll call Rincevant.
We'll get him on the phone right now. Change this game.
A7, make it happen. This is the moment of truth. I really want to see him do something. I don't want to see him do A8, but I want to see him do something crazy.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't.
Oh, there it is. Wow.
Oh, it's fine. I don't give a shit. That's really fucking bad, actually. That's legitimately terrible play.
It's aggressive.
All right, so what does Claybo do? I mean, at this point, I could go into next round, double dig A5. Probably buy a couple workers, maybe build a temple. Yikes. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go for that. You have enough power to buy coins. I don't know if it's good, but
I think I'm doing it.
yeah.
Coins are just too good.
All right, I'm out. I'm taking a worker, and guess what? We're in the lead. Let's go.
Kind of how I feel right now. Yeah, fuck it. I'm taking coins. Like, that's the thing I don't think he gets, is that, like, I actually don't give a fuck about that.
How bad is stranding your stronghold?
Pretty bad.
Because I don't think you're going to be playing for network anyways, right?
No, I have no color neighbors. What are you talking about?
I mean, Yetis and Alchemists is what I was talking about.
Eh.
I'm just thinking, if you dig G7, you're going to have to spend your next 2 digs on that town to hit the dig round, or to hit the
town round?
The town round. I mean, you can say no. Is it better, though, to just, like, go elsewhere? Just start going C2, B3.
I think I have to go C4, D6. And that's my problem.
It's a lot of leech for the Yetis.
Yeah, that's the problem, is I gotta give Yetis a lot of leech if I do this. I think I can do Sanctuary here. I think it's fine. I think it's salvageable.
You mean Sanctuary at F9?
Sanctuary, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And that only kills me a little bit. It does kill me a fair bit. Yeah, it does kill me, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I think not building with structure kind of hurts more. Because I don't want to give Yetis that much power.
Right. Yeah, that'd be very bad.
That's the mistake, is giving Yetis that much power. Honestly, I'm totally okay with this. This is not even hurting me a little.
Oh, you got the freaking big building tile?
I did.
You're goated with the sauce. Oh my god.
I mean, I've got coins. I've got enough shit to make.
Yeah, we could, if Earth 1 is there, we both can actually walk out of this round with it.
Yeah, I honestly think that's likely and possible. Well, that just seems fucking rude.
Get out of here, George.
I honestly just don't believe Yetis can be disruptive enough.
I don't remember the last time I've seen no temples round 1.
Holy
Whoa.
shit! We all built strongholds.
I mean,
You
the
suck.
track said.
Like I said, build strongholds, man. I don't know what else to
True,
tell you.
I definitely expected Swarmlings. Even though next round is a temple, I still would have built a temple.
Honestly, do you just upgrade your do you just upgrade next round instead of double digging? Or am I crazy? You can tell me I'm crazy.
Well, the double dig gives me an extra worker. I guess I could buy the 2 workers, but I don't know.
I mean, I think you're double digging. I think you get double dig anyway.
Well, if I got double dig anyways, then I wouldn't do it. But I think Swarmlings would take double dig. And it really helps in hopes of making a town, because then all I got to do is just get a single dig the next round.
That's fair.
I don't know. The way I see it is if I don't take it, surely Swarmlings take it. And that's,
Do Swarmlings take it?
I don't know. It's not something I'd really want to risk.
Like Swarmlings already have a shovel on their bonus tile. You think Swarmlings are doing 3 goddamn shovels this round?
I mean, no, but okay, so if I don't take the spade, the best thing, okay, I'll play devil's advocate with you. The best thing for me to do here is
Upgrade A6, and then I upgrade G7, and then they have to choose. Well, they're not choosing between Swarmlings taking Earth 1 and Yetis just get Earth 1 regardless. Swarmlings are only taking Earth 1 as a block.
oh, you're just trying to rush that. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. It's
Okay.
probably wrong.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if it comes to it, we get to choose between us who can make more use of it. So,
That's fair.
I mean, okay, while I don't think this is pressured, it's just, I think it's just really, like, good regardless. Like, it comes back with a lot of power. It just saves me the pressure of having to do it next round.
That's fair.
And yeah, let's just see what they do with their temple. Or with their trading post into the temple.
Are round 4 digs on your radar at all? Is that relevant?
I
I
mean,
don't
everything's
think it's relevant for Giants, but it could. I don't really think it's super relevant for me either. Not with this opening, at least. Surely it's got to be something for Swarmlings and Yetis. I mean, the upgrades are like really cheap for Yetis, and I don't know, if Swarmlings took a worker town, they could probably do some upgraded digs. That's the thing, though. If they go for digs, they kind of leave the cults a little more open for us to chip away.
Yep.
I think they have to commit to one because they don't have landscape, which helps us a lot. Well, it hurts Giants, hurts Alchemist, also hurts. I have no idea. What does it do for the Yetis?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Is 2 power to Yetis or losing 3 points more important?
I think 2 powers Yetis is fine.
Well, actually, I lied. That 2 power turns into like a lot of power. It turns into 4 power.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 power to Yetis or lose 3 points.
I mean,
I'm
they
gonna
also
do-
lose. They also lose 2 points.
They also lose 2 points. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so it's back to 2 power or.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it is. I think I'm taking Earth 1 here. I think that's the best move for me.
Go for it.
I can't see a world where I don't take Earth 1.
Although what you could do is. Nah, go ahead. Go for it. See, just put the ball in their court. See what they do.
Just responding to someone in chat so everyone can hear. So right now we're listening on US, which is Bizzle and Claybo. And then George Shortwell and Ryan the Man are in the other chat room. We'll drop it on them soon. So yeah, if you can't hear, sounds like they might not be able to hear Bizzle. If you can't hear
What?
anyone, if you only hear 2 voices, just let us know. We'll try
Or
to
if
fix
you only
something.
hear one voice.
Or 0 voices. If you don't hear any voices.
Oh, I love it. I love the
I mean,
pettiness.
It
the
became,
expensive trading post. Very nice.
It became even more power than we were talking about. So
Yeah, I think it was the correct play.
I don't know. Who knows? It's only 3 points. If we lose by 3, it's on me.
Yeah, 100% it's the correct play here.
Oh my god, we both get Earth 1. Was
Both
that
do.
expected?
I think so.
I don't know. I feel like it's a good play to play Earth 1 here because now he has to do something to get the cult rewards for the next following year. Loser.
Okay, so I'm between 2 things. I'm between digging and building C2 or just digging H9. Because I feel like Swarmlings are trying to stall me out and not allow me to get the power.
Well, I think it's okay because I think it's okay to dig and build because if you pass first, so I'm like we're both 1 move out. So if anything, how do I phrase this? I feel like it's good for you to pass first because you get power actions if you're first out, and also there's decent tiles here, and you're not building a bridge, are you? You're just
No.
okay. Oh yeah, you can just go. Oh wait, are you doing are you doing a sanctuary or a?
Not this round. I'm doing Sanctuary next round.
Okay, so you are okay. Yeah, also I feel like it forces Swarmlings to do a slow round because they want to get a temple and they want to dig. That's 2 actions, so they won't be able to jump onto it before I can. Yetis might. I don't know what Yetis are up to. Looks like Yetis are gonna build a temple and then pass out.
Yeah. Well, they got a lot of shit to do. Okay, I'm gonna dig and build on. I think I'm gonna dig and build.
I like dig and build.
Yeah, I'm digging and building. So I'm gonna go down. That's 6. That's fine. I have enough workers for both things. Yeah, let's just not even risk it. Just go here. Be done with it. It doesn't give them anything.
1, 2, 3. Ooh.
That makes sense. Yeah, and now you take Earth 1, I pass out, you take this tile. Honestly, this is kind of huge.
Dude, I just gotta figure out how to get a spade. I gotta be able to I gotta get a spade on F2.
Honestly, I think you can afford to fucking hard dig it.
We'll see. Maybe.
I think I'm taking the points here. Definitely taking the points here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm gonna be really coin dry. So
Oh, you actually have a really good round. You can buy coins. You build your city, your town,
Yep.
and then are you getting a ship town? Or are you getting a cult town?
I think
What
I
are you doing?
may get. I think I am debating between the two. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the it's either going to be coins or ship town. There are multitudes of reasons for either.
Yeah, I'm wondering how competitive like swarmlings are gonna be in the cults. Like,
Not really at all. What I'm saying.
yeah, because that could be our saving grace a little. I'm not saying we should go cult towns. I'm just wondering. Oh, okay. So, are you? I don't know. I'm thinking way too far ahead. We'll just have to see how that pans out.
I think no, I shouldn't have given giant or yetis that much power.
You've given them like one power. What are you talking about?
No, I was thinking about I was thinking I should have taken C4 instead.
Oh, yeah. No, this is fine.
This is so fine. I'm not worried about this.
You have a long like I'm still questioning like how much we should care about your connection.
Oh, my connection's easy enough.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, I take F3 and then I take G2, E5, G, and like I connect down south, I think.
Okay.
Or worst case scenario, I take C4, E5, G6.
Right. What are you taking with your good old sanctuary round 3?
I'm taking water 1.
Okay.
Like water 1 is so important in this game.
It looks pretty important.
Actually, you know what you can do? You can fucking just sanctuary this round.
Yeah, I've been looking at that. That was a thought.
Like it'd be crazy not to sanctuary.
Oh yeah, especially if I get the sanctuary tile, which they gave to me. Or not gave to me, but they had other things to do.
Yeah, so like that's crazy to not do.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how important water 1 is, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna step out. Thanks for letting us listen in. We've got well wishes from Fickles in the chat. He says, "Knock the maple syrup right out of their hands, like the North American bullies you are." So
I mean, we're already winning.
That helps.
We're already winning by 40 points plus, so you know.
Love it. All right, I'll drop in probably like 2 more times over the course of the stream, and I'll just like let you guys know a minute ahead of time so you know I'm coming.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, good luck round 3.
Later.
All right, so interesting game so far. Got a little bit of aggressive play over with Swarmlings in the east here, blocking off Giants from the 1 dig for 2 hexes. Got 4 strongholds to open the game, which is always fun. We're only about to go into round 3, a town round. So anyone who's just tuning in, oh yeah, no problem at all, Jekyll. No, I haven't really been commentating much because I don't want to distract the players, but I figure I'll step out for maybe 15-20 minutes here, 10 minutes until I have nothing to talk about, and let them do their thing, and then we'll step back in on Team Canada. So for anyone who's tuned in partway through, this is a 2v2 game. It is Claybo and Bizzle, so Claybizzell or Jangles, I don't know. Both living in the United States, or both representing the United States, I guess. against George Shortwell and Ryan the Man. So Georgetheshortman, I think, is the best that we got for that one. So it's going to be highest combined score between the each team within each team wins. Claybo on Alchemist, Bizzle on Giants started off both as 40 factions, I believe. They started with about a 40-point combined lead on Yetis and Swarmlings, who the setup kind of looked a little bit better for. Sounds like all the players agreed on that evaluation. So going to round 3 here at Town Round, we just heard from the Bizzjangles. Yeah, there it is. Bizzjangles, love that, Jekyll. So we just heard from Bizzjangles that a little bit of their plans. So Giants, they feel like Giants have a good connection path one way or another, and maybe vaguely competing for network, possibly third. Looks like this round they want to definitely get a town out of Giants, which would involve turning G7 into Sanctuary for Water 1. Sounds like that's their current plan. One way or another, they're looking to hit the town round with Alchemist 2, it sounds like. So Claybo was trying to come up with a way to get a spade for A4 in the top there. May go for the Sanctuary instead. Sounds like they're not clear yet on what favorite tile, whether Water 1 makes sense yet. We are coming up on 2 rounds here with repeated cult bonuses for Earth. Not a lot of priests to the cult yet outside of Yetis. But yeah, as we can see, Yetis are the only faction currently with like significant steps on Earth cult, I would say. That may change by the end of this round, particularly if any cult towns, including the 2 key town, come into play, and we got a couple of priests that folks can play around with. But one way or another, Yeti's games looks fairly explosive right now. And they don't yet have a copy of a scoring favorite tile. What else? So we're going to check in with Georgetheshortman team shortly here. But last we heard from them, they were prioritizing, I think, securing A7 here. And originally their plan was to cut across A6, A5, and kind of cut off Alchemists. But I think, if I remember correctly, Bizzjangles saw that coming, put a stop to it. So it looks like Claybo does end up upgrading to the Alchemist Sanctuary here for the town. So we'll see what town. Ooh, a power town. Okay, looks like he's still eyeing a spade this round. Is it a spade this round? It's interesting. Yeah, really pretty low worker production for Alchemists going into round 4 here, which is interesting. I'm sure they'll have a way to pull it out, but that's got to change pretty soon, I would imagine. And then Alchemist did end up just going for trusty old Water 1. Try to keep the scoring going here. So Alchemist and Giants do, Bizzjangles, they do have a pretty, I'm just going to say USA. Team USA here does have a pretty sizable lead. I don't know if that's necessarily indicative of where the scores will end up, but we are looking at a 108 to 57 right now. So pretty significant. Yeah, hey Nico, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Power Town. Just musing about what that could be for. Claybo was talking when we were tuning in and listening in on Team USA here about needing a spade. I think initially for A4 in order to make this town, but next up for F2 to be able to free up some of these natural black hexes here. Because otherwise it is looking a bit rough, having gotten cut off from C5 in this part of the map here. So it could be that power is for spade, double spade with the right amount of power here. I don't know. We'll see what they end up doing. But it's rare. It's rare you see the first pull of the game be a power town. I guess unless Yetis, I think. I'm not super familiar with Fire and Ice factions, but I get the impression that Yetis can use the Power Town sort of as their default take, since they can so much more efficiently utilize power for power actions. What else? So far, not a lot of network racing happening. We're going to see some explosions in the coming couple of rounds here. But in the meantime, just evaluating the Colts, it does look like Canada's got a much more significant Colt presence. Yetis sort of from the beginning, and then Swarmlings have sort of shorn that up right now as well. Not a lot of priest production from USA so far, between being Giants and Alchemists. Alchemists starting with the Stronghold. Yeah, other than that, so again, we get the town round. Swarmlings took a priest. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that priest go to fire here. To earth here. And it looks like Swarmlings do have enough to easily make a town here over in the east. They can turn F8 into a sanctuary. F7 they can turn into a trading post with their stronghold action. So if they want the 2 key town, I can imagine Swarmlings maybe eyeing the 2 key town here. I think there's a lot of value there. Although I guess it's interesting. In 2v2, I wonder how you'd be thinking about Colts in terms of fighting them against each other. I guess a 2 key town does. I think it could be good. Just noticing now that Yetis and Swarmlings, Canada here, Ryan and George have split the Colts pretty evenly, so they're not cannibalizing each other's points too much, which is very cool. It's a clever little bit of play there. So with these Colt leads, I think that their scores are not indicative of where their scores are actually at right now, where their endgame scores would be at now if the game even ended. If the endgame scoring happened now, if that's any reasonable way to think about it. In any case, let's head on over to Team Canada voice chat here and see what they have going on. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can. Ryan just went to grab a drink.
Nice. How are you feeling so far, George? How's this been?
Oh, it's been crazy. I feel like I keep changing my plans of what I'm going to do, which is usually never a good idea. Yeah.
Yep, just tune back in here.
So how's the stream coming along?
Oh, I think it's good. What do we got? We got some folks chatting over here. Jekyll and Fickles are here. X-Line, Nico, L4 was commenting earlier. So we got some folks hanging out watching.
Sounds good.
Claybizzell are chilling, talking some smack. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. You guys seem to be doing pretty well here. Seems like you've got a nice split on the Colts. Set up for at least a Swarmlings town this round. Yeah. What have you? Tell me briefly if you can, if I can slow down the game slightly about the E8 dig, and then just like generally. Catching up to where you guys are at.
Just a little bit on the E8 dig was sort of like to block the Giants expansion, right? So it's to finish ahead of them on, like, if they unlock E8, then they can build D9, which is good for them. I could have expanded to get H9, G7, H9, but do I really need that? I don't think so.
Yeah, you got the green and the black right there. So, nice.
Yeah.
What are you guys' plans for this round and the next round as far as you've gone so far? And then I'll let you guys just talk after that. I just wanted to catch people up.
George, are you going to do the triple dig and take the 2 key town?
No, I want to leave the 2 key for you. I'll just take a power town.
Honestly, but I do think the 2 key is, because then let's say if I'm already winning, I think fire, and it's for you to maybe gain points on fire and water, maybe? I don't know. And does it give you enough power to be able to take a priest action and upgrade your shipping?
Yeah, so the biggest trick is I would definitely want 3 priests. Like between this round and next round, right? I need 2 for my big advances, and I need 1 for shipping.
Or you can take a ship down.
Yeah, Shiptown is pretty gross, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could take the 2 key, or I could just take the Power Town. Power Town would let me take back like priest and coins. I think that's better.
Power Town?
I think so. I don't know, like are you thinking you don't really want to take the 2 key, like even if it's there? Would you like
No, I
Bizzle
take it if it's there. It's just giving me so much power. Like it's giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power. Which
Yeah, I guess it gives me 5. That's not really enough for me to take any more power actions this turn. Yeah, I think I just need lots of power. So I think
Power Town.
Power Town lets me advance ships so I can use my spades in more useful places.
That sounds good.
So, let's just do this crazy. This crazy thing.
It's actually pretty fitting. It's 8 power worth of structure, so you just took an 8 power town.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and that, like, we're kind of blocking off Giant's connection a lot. So there could even be a world where you get more network than Giants here. I guess he can still connect through like F3 and going south.
So where do I put my
He's
priest to? I'll stall. I'm not
probably Earth. I don't know.
But then, like, where do I put my spade?
Yeah, now that Giants have shipping, you can't really like.
Okay, hear me out.
You could come to D6 if you get shipping. That'd be I would like that.
D6. I could upgrade ship.
And then hop up to like.
Because I'm getting so
C5,
much power. I can get like But then, do you want C5?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll take the priest. I need a priest. I'll take that.
So where do I put my priest? I'll put it to Earth. Because if I put it to air, I think that spade will be more useful for me later. And I pass Chris on the air track.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess right now we're set up well, because if alchemists pass, I'm just passing onto the big building. Because we don't want giants to get it. I wonder if giants will try and pass on to ship VP, and then and then alchemists onto dwellings. It's probably what they'll do, I'm guessing.
But he has to pass now, right?
If he wants to give alchemists the dwellings. Or he could just stay in and alchemist could pass on to ship VP. But in that case, I would have to pass onto the big building. Should be fine.
You pass right away onto the ship without increasing your shipping.
I feel like I'd have to, right? I don't want giants to get onto the big building.
And that you could then build your sanctuary for Earth 1, right? So he's passing. Okay, no, you still get the
Okay,
big
he's
building.
passing, so that's better.
Yeah, I could get
Or
it.
you get it.
Yeah, I could get it, right? Because I could get the big building, get the spade, or the priest. If you think the priest is better, then it gives you priests you want. And I think like it sets us up well for the round after as well.
Yeah.
So another thing is like, do you think it's worth it for me to 5 power priest to increase my shipping, or to put the priest to? No, I don't need.
I don't think so.
Oh, he's leaving us the dwellings, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, you're gonna allow
take the dwellings.
Perfect.
And you can have a big building. So I guess I advance my ship in right now then. So yeah, I guess because my plan then would be to take f4 c5. Probably, unless you need c5.
Do I need c5? I need to maybe get a second town here, right?
Yeah, you still could, like, if you get d6 and then get to c6.
So
like I can always.
Do I take the 2 key town here? I think that is good for me.
I think so, yeah.
Oh geez, I didn't calculate how much. I thought I was getting more power.
Yeah, because maybe you should 5 power priest. So you can use. Oh, I guess you're not getting a cult spade.
No, I'd have to put like my priest to. So I want to increase shipping twice next round.
And then you could come down to G3.
H4, G3, yeah.
Yeah.
Will Claybizzell probably take it before me though, maybe? Yeah, so we'll see.
Okay, so I'm just passing on to
dwellings.
Although the priest is quite good, just because I need 2 priests. One, 2, 3.
Ah, you can take the.
Yeah, I think I need the priest because I need coins.
The priest is better.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Here's the thing, like it might sound a little silly, but do I take Earth 1?
You could. Like, I'm not planning on taking it this coming round, so...
Because I could temple for Earth 1 right now. Oh, but then I lose 5 points. Yeah, that's not worth it. I can do that next round. So I'm going to pass. Close. There we go. I think like right now we're like keeping the scores like similar, but what we're doing good on is that we're our end game score is just like crushing it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Do I just increase?
Yeah, it's too bad alchemists have the shipping here, because otherwise I could have turned F4 brown for you. But I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that with alchemists sitting there. Because he would gobble that up.
So my next question is: do I increase myself double spades and just?
Yeah. I feel like we probably need you to ship.
Did he hard? Oh, he used his spade for that.
Yeah.
Just don't build F4. I need to use my power first.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to take coins, or I'll just advance dig first.
Do I take single dig away from Claybizzell?
I don't think it matters. I think honestly he would rather the priest right now, maybe even. I guess he's not advancing digs. He doesn't have enough workers for that.
Like, so he's gonna want to use his single spade, right? Chris could always
you
give this.
You don't have a great spot for it. Like,
if I want to connect, right, I could connect through, what can I connect through? Like D6, C6, B7. And maybe I could build like, so here's, yeah, this is where it's like tricky, right? Where do I want to build my towns? Like I was thinking A9, A10, B6, B7, C6. And you could build maybe, because that's where it's like, maybe if you used your double spade on A8, then you could have built B8, B9, C8, C9. C8, D9. Or maybe you could still build.
Yeah. I was wondering if potentially I go like G4 to F6.
And I go down to G3.
Like G3. Because if you get down there, we can also prevent giants from connecting.
So I'm going to increase shipping twice?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like that too. I could always dig or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I might even be able to dig something for you.
Yeah, so if I get H4, I think that'd be pretty good. Claybizzell might take it, but for now he doesn't. So F4?
Well, I gotta take coins.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And would you rather just 2-for-1s, or do you want the full 3-for-2?
I 2-for-1.
Yeah.
But do you have enough for digs and? Okay.
No, I'm gonna want a little bit of power, so I want to build on F4.
And then I build after.
Build on G3.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe even, yeah, I guess. Because if I could even build, I want 2 power.
I could build D6.
Oh,
Right,
he's
if I
coming
take-
for G. He's coming for G2.
Yeah, no way he's getting G2. Oh, Claybizzell gets the double spade, motherfucker. Sorry. I don't know if they're still listening to us on stream. Sorry.
Oh, if you heard the number of F-bombs Bizzle was dropping, I don't think it's a child-friendly stream already. You're good.
Okay.
Okay, so do you single spade G2?
I
Just
still
to
think
take
I
it
go
away.
G. What is he gonna get more other than that? Like he already used his dig. I think I just go.
Yeah.
I think I go G3, H6, I4, and then I could probably triple dig later on. Like he's not connecting.
Yeah.
I could always. I'll give you power. That's for sure. And
Okay, so I'll just build F4.
then
'Cause
I'll.
then- Yeah, because if we let him come to G2, he gives me power, which is good.
Yeah, it's good as well.
So you can single spade and build G3 then?
I'll do that right
Is
now.
that the plan? Yeah. Yeah, we'll just create this wall.
So he's not connecting, right?
Against
Like
the
he's giving
giants.
us both single power. You can go from G6. We have to be careful, right? Oh, he does have two. He can take G6 from you.
He can take where?
G6.
G6. Well, not this turn.
No, that's for sure. No.
And not next turn, unless he gets another ship. Hmm.
You need dig.
I do need digs. It's too bad. I'm gonna be just a little short for power.
How much do you need? I can do a hard dig here.
Well,
I can do a hard dig on D6. That's all I'm saying.
on where D6? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that would be glorious actually. That would help a lot. Then I can take coins. Okay, so I'll just almost advanced shipping. Nope. Exchange track.
Here you go, buddy.
Oh yeah. It's so nice.
Yeah, the power swapping is a very, very cool aspect of this 2v2, I think.
Yeah. Well, especially with a faction like Yetis, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just need it so bad.
One thing I didn't think of is that I can't secure H6.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I just upgrade what on G3 or
Yeah, G3.
for you that's fine?
Yeah.
Or do you need me like I can still do D6, right?
No, G3 is good. 'Cause that gives me enough for 2 coins actions. Or coins and workers. More likely.
And then you just spade things up.
Yeah, well, dig and dwellings. I need to put down dwellings as well, I think.
Okay. Can you like let's say
At
with
least if
this-
I go G4, G5, and then dig G6,
Yeah.
F6.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Like if you can secure that up, I think that would be good.
Because giants have 2 ship now, so they're
And then I could always connect like later on through E6. And even if I don't get my town, maybe you could help me
E6,
later on for the
F6.
town. Yeah, if I don't get it, it's not a
We'll make
huge deal. We'll see how
we'll
it
make
goes.
it work.
We can probably see if we can get that. Because yeah, we're a little behind on points. It's fine, right? Because let's say
Yeah.
if Chris goes for
We'll be
Yeah.
fine. You
Pass,
should be
I
able to
can-
get onto ship VP
yeah.
or trading house. Okay.
You're gonna get a ton of points from your dig bombing, or you're gonna get like
Okay. Yeah, I need to take coins. No, I want to dig G4 first. Yeah.
so I'll upgrade here. There you go, free power.
Yeah, because alchemists don't have 2 ships, so they can't take H6 from you.
Yeah, that's what I like about this right now. And like the worst case scenario is Chris takes H5.
Yeah. But then you might be able to bridge town to I4. I can dig away I5 from him, like.
Yeah.
He's
And-
never
and-
doing that.
You're gonna land on big building, right? Next turn.
That's what it looks like.
So you can like maybe next turn temple for or sanctuary for Earth One.
Yeah. Might not even be worth it at that point, but I guess I can do it. We'll see. Alright, coins. We need coins. Guess you're just passing for ship VP? Make some conversions first.
What would I need to convert? Like you're giving me 2 power.
I'll be giving you 2 power.
Do I need that 1 coin? Oh, and then I
Well,
need
and the ship VP.
So convert 2
Do you
coins.
need a worker instead?
I can always take worker, right? Next action, like take the worker's action and take it away from Claybizzell.
Yeah, you'll probably need to build H6 first move.
Well, that's if you upgrade shipping, right?
Yeah.
If not, I could always like. You're gonna want to take coins too next round. Yeah. Yeah, I can always.
Yeah, I feel like you probably want worker. I don't know.
Worker. I could like. What's that one worker gonna
1,
do? I
2,
need
3,
2 workers.
4, 5.
I need
I
2
guess-
workers.
Yeah, you only really need 4 if you're building like 2 dwellings. I
Yeah.
don't think you're good building more than that. So yeah, coins are good.
So I'll get 2 coins. So that makes 10.
Plus, you'll be getting 15 power.
So I'll be maxed out, right? I'll get an extra coin just in case.
I feel like those big passes on Swarmlings always feel good.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Now you guys, raw scores are catching up too. All right, I'm gonna step out. I'll plan to jump in like one more time, and then I figure we'll get the whole group together after the game on one voice chat for a couple minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
All right.
Talk to you guys in a bit.
Yeah, take care.
All right, heading into round 5 here, everybody. We're out of Team Canada's chat, and we got trading post rounds the whole rest of the game here for track scoring. George Shortwell on Yetis just finishing up some dig bombing here to carve out town space, as you heard him talking about earlier, and to capitalize on the dig scoring round here. So yeah, continues to be an interesting game. if anybody in chat has any questions you want me to get in for either USA or Canada here while I'm on the horn with them, chime in. If you have any thoughts, please don't hesitate. I think we'll probably just jump right over to US chat in a minute here. But to check in, again, we got 2 more rounds of play left. We've got Team Canada just dominating the Colts here. Wow, yeah, Alchemists have a combined 4 steps on the Colts, and Giants with like 7. That's not very many. But Bizzle and Claybo do still have a pretty high raw score. What are we at here? 165 to Team Canada's. Oh boy, fast math after streaming here. Team Canada's 124, I believe. So what did I say? So that's still a sizable lead here. But we'll see what they can do with it. All right, gonna step into Team USA's chat here, see what they're up to.
Hurrah!
Hello, hello.
What's up, buddy?
How you guys doing?
Oh my god, he finally did it. He finally dug a Hex Blue. It only took his... Oh my god.
He figured out we were playing a 2v2.
This is crazy. Alright, so we were talking about this, and like, real talk, I called that Ryan was just gonna trip over himself at the beginning of the game. Or no, this was like pre-game. This was like, we were talking pre-game. And this is just what happened.
Oh yeah, you don't like the Swarm League game?
Oh, this Swarm League game is hot garbage.
All right. I mean, they got a lot more goal points than you guys right now. I'm just saying.
Great. You know what? We have a fucking 40-point lead.
I mean, that's true too.
And just got the coins.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that. Giants have gotten coins action, what, 4 out of 5 rounds?
Something silly like that, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Yetis have had more coins actions than that, I think. But
oh no,
it's not the same.
And look at Yeti's points, a hot 61.
That is after the dig round too.
Yeah, that's and they're blocked out of Water 1. Like,
did they say anything about why George blocked F4?
I'm not sharing anything they've said with you guys or vice versa. Don't worry about that. You guys can talk after the game. So let's jump in after round 6. This wraps up after the scores tally. Let's just like jump in a game room for a couple of minutes.
That's fine. We'll chit talk about it.
But one thing I wanted to ask you guys, not from them but from me, is did you expect the C4 dig? Because I know you were concerned about giving Yetis power, and then were you expecting them to town up there and cut you off?
I didn't expect it, and it's kind of hot garbage that he did it. Like,
really? Okay.
It's kind of like Yetis have. Here's my problem with this shit: is that Yetis, unless they Yetis have to play a very basic game to do well. They have to take a lot of scoring bonuses, or pass tiles, scoring pass tiles. They have to take Earth 1, they have to take Water 1, and they have to get a lot of towns, right? Because they're getting all this power and using all this power. The problem is that when you combine those 2 potential towns, you just give up.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the Fire and Ice map when green cuts through that red hex and they make that single town. They make the 2 potential towns into a single town. It's rarely beneficial, and this is one of the cases where, yeah, it clearly wasn't beneficial. I think the second we said something about like, are they going to just town on C4? They also just towned on C4, so I don't know. We didn't really expect it. Not a fan of it either. I second everything Bizzle says.
All right, fair. That's fair.
Like, it's the problem is that they have collectively been 20 points behind us the entire game. And that isn't correcting itself at any point in time.
So you
I
feel like
just-
you got this in the bag.
too.
Oh yeah, I mean I've said it a long time ago.
Yeah, he has. He's been saying it for a long time. It also just looks like if you watch this game without knowing what was happening, you would think it's just a regular like 1v1v1v1. Like normally when you watch a 2v2, you see like, oh, Yetis are gonna throw a couple digs towards Swarmlings because, or like, okay, so last round Swarmlings with 3 workers dug D6. Yetis could have done that with 1 worker. It's like, what are these two doing? It doesn't make any sense. They're not playing together. They're just playing their own game and they're combining their scores. That's what it
Okay.
feels like.
That's what it feels like to me too. It's just not good. Terra Mystica is how I feel about it.
Meanwhile, Team America, Bizzle's over here like, yo, Claybo, can you give me a power so I can take the coins action? Claybo's
Yeah.
like, I got you, bro.
Yeah, I like
Playing
the
them
F3
together.
dig too. That was enough. That gave you enough for the double dig, right? That was cool.
Yeah, and we had
Yeah.
been planning that since
All
like
planned.
yeah, the entire time,
Mm-hmm. It's almost like we were playing together.
almost. It's funny because we were like, yeah, we're gonna talk about Bo Burnham's album, and like we're like, no, we're
What a
Yeah,
No,
take
concept.
these
you
chunks
gotta
down.
you gotta show up to win.
You know, speaking of Bo Burnham, Bizzle, have you heard his new inside like outtakes?
we talked about this in the secret chat.
Wait, in the secret chat? No. Did we? The new Bo Burnham?
Yeah,
outro?
I said honestly, if you want to talk about the inside outtakes at 7 p.m. Eastern time in our voice chat, while we half pay attention to the game, I'd totally be down.
Wait, I missed that. I completely missed that. Well, to answer your question,
Oh my
yes,
god,
I
you two are so in sync.
Oh, okay, now I see it. Yes. Oh my god,
This is great.
dude, that take was so good. It was such a masterpiece. They were just as good as the intakes.
Good. Oh, you didn't have shipping. Okay, I could have punted on that for a little bit. That's fine. I don't care that much.
all Now I give you a leech. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give Yetis.
Friend.
I'm gonna give Yetis 5 power. That's how I feel about life right now.
I think that's actually 6 power. Yeah. Yetis are weird.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's 6 power.
And he took it.
He's just
Okay, Lustrous, did anybody say anything about my weird power town? I don't even know if anybody noticed that.
Oh, I think so. I actually was. I've been mostly jumping back and forth between you guys and them, but I think I was not with either of you when that happened. Yeah, I was wondering if that
Okay.
was. I don't remember what you did with it. Was that for a dig? What was that for?
Yeah, it was just to take a single spade. I didn't know.
Yeah. On
you saw
F2,
that.
was that the one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel pretty cool about it. Not gonna lie.
It was cool. It's rare that you see a power town as the first take, and actually, it's rare that you run out of power towns prior to round 6. I'm realizing Yetis did it too.
Yeah, well, I kind of was like, oh, well, it hurts Yetis a little bit because they love power towns, so I'll
Yeah.
justify it by that.
you know
Oh,
what's
very
really
cool.
funny? We were talking about half paying attention to the game and talking about the inside outtakes. And as we were doing that, Yetis took Earth 1. Oh my god! This is gotta be the most BM voice chat that exists in the world. Oh, this is great. Alright, you want some power, friend? Here you go.
Let's go.
Take a priest. Enjoy your time. I'm gonna give you another power in a second, too. Oh, you don't get that priest. That's disappointing.
For what it's worth, my favorite song on the outtakes is WTF IGO. I think is the letters.
I don't think I've heard this. Hold on.
It's great. But there's a lot of bangers, so hard to choose. Lustrous, are you a Bo
yeah.
Burnham fan?
I heard a lot of his older, or a decent amount of his older stuff, and then I think I watched is it Inside Out? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched that
Inside
like
Out
a
is-
year and a half ago, whenever it came out. I have thought about that man actually 0 times since then. So for whatever
Actually,
that is.
Do I
But I
take
mean,
this power?
I remember thinking it was good. You know, I think I liked it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I take it.
Nah.
I'm gonna get too much power.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Also, are you
with
passing
movies with-
early for
oh, sorry.
bridge?
I have to pass early. I think I'm just passing early in general, not
Okay.
for anything.
All right,
Well, for
back
coins
to
again.
Lester. He was talking. Sorry, back to Lester. He was talking about something way more important here.
Yeah, no, I
You
get
don't
it.
like, you don't like movies with singing? Is that where you were going?
No,
with?
no, no. I was just gonna say, like, for some reason with movies and books, like if I've anything with a plot, I guess, which that movie did not have, but I'll forget it within a week. Like I've gotten 3/4 of the way through a movie before and been like, oh my god, I've seen this before. So I can't tell you anything about that Bo Burnham movie, but I'm glad you
Gotcha.
guys like it.
Oh, I love him. I mean, I
Steve.
have to. We share like half of our, name, Bo, Claybo.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Didn't even
I would just
consider.
like to point out we're now almost at 100 points average, and it's round 5.
wow. I'm sorry. I will.
It's 60.
Oh, so we were looking up the benchmark of what we have to do. So
Yeah,
it's
yep.
50. It's like, I don't know. Math is hard. I think it's like 56 points. So if we're ahead by 56, then we did better than the 0 bid Darklings game. So
Jesus Christ.
shout out.
You want to take a double dig?
I would love to actually.
Okay, upgrade the
H2?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna upgrade G1. If
Okay,
you upgrade
good.
H2, I'll upgrade G1, yeah.
Perfect, because I have dwelling past tile and it helps me prolong. Although if you stay in the round, no, Swarmlings have things to do.
The Swarmlings
Actually,
have infinity things to do, man. Like, I just don't care. Real talk. Like, I just don't give a fuck.
That's basically the song that I was talking
Oh, no,
about.
I'm listening to the song currently.
What the fuck is going on?
I should have taken the power.
That's okay.
All good. Not worried about it.
In case if you were wondering, Lustrous, Bizzle is not worried
Is not what? Sorry, you cut out.
about it.
Oh,
worried
yeah.
about it.
Not worried
Yeah.
about it.
Sorry, here.
Okay, how did
Well,
Giants
so
get?
talk me
so many
through.
points?
Okay, talk me through towns and network. Are you connecting as Giants?
Oh, hell no.
Are you still getting third in network?
Am
Yeah,
I still getting
I was
third?
looking at
Yes.
that. I don't think so.
Am I not?
I don't
How am I
think
not?
so.
I can't see a world where I don't.
I mean, I think Yetis are gonna like dig H7, and then
I'm gonna need you to give me E2 and F1, which means I need you, or E1 and F1. That's 3 workers versus 2 workers. I don't really care which are the 2.
Okay.
Because
Like
I can
right
make it.
now?
No. Oh no! Don't do it now. Don't do it now. Next round.
All right.
I need you to build C1 this round though. I don't really care what the fuck else you do, but C1 I need.
Transform and build.
Yeah, if you want to slow play it, I don't think you would need to fast play it. I think you can slow play it.
All right, you got actions to slow play it.
Yeah, I think we can slow play it.
All right, let me make sure nobody can.
No, he is. No, he's one ship.
Let's go.
This is 3 towns for both of you guys. You got
Maybe.
Ridgetown for Giants.
Yeah.
You need Fire 2 to make it work?
I definitely will. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Oh, you know what's crazy? I'm not even connected. It doesn't matter, I don't think.
You're gonna
Actually,
be connected.
yeah. I guess if it made the difference, I can take 8. I'll have to watch out for that. I didn't even see that. If they won, I don't think they will, but if they won all the cult points possible, and then we got 2 points in all of it, how many points is that? They get 12 for each. Is that right? And then we get
12 for
minus
each.
2. Okay, so they would get 40 points total from the Colts. So let's just give them 40 points for the Colts.
Yeah. Congrats. They're still 20 points behind us.
Still behind? Okay. That's good. And then network, I guess if I win, and then if they get the next 2, we would tie, so that would wash out. Okay. The picture is becoming more clear.
You're still losing.
Yeah, you want to join? You can give some insight as an amateur.
Amateur.
You know, us seasoned veterans of the game. I think she's about to go make an omelet, which I've never. I don't actually think I've ever had. Okay? Is it which is better, an omelet or Thai food?
Ooh. Thai food definitely.
Depends on the omelet. Some omelets pretty good.
Some omelets are good. I'm not arguing this point. Okay. I'm just saying. Thai food's better. All right. Are you building A2?
Yeah.
Okay, you're building A2.
Well, I was trying to, be a good partner and build on C1 like you told me to do.
No, I mean, I'm just making sure you're building on both of them so before I commit this priest.
Right. Dude, I think they're going to outplay me. It's upsetting. It's okay. I'm okay if
we're making them burn for it. Like, this is...
No, I'm honestly okay with taking a spade and passing first. And then I can take a bridge first action to deny giants.
Go fuck yourself.
Just a thought.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Real talk, 5 years is also a banger.
Oh yeah, 5 years. It's got the phone call in the beginning.
Yeah.
So good.
Certified banger.
Oh yeah, and then the beat in the background is incredibly catchy.
Yeah.
Also, I don't the Biden song that was like so catchy.
Biden song was so good. This is what happens when you're 100 points ahead of your opponents.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fair.
We're actually 70 points ahead of them. Sorry, only 30. Only 30 points. Oh, cool. He did it again. Look at this man. Being so helpful.
Oh, what a guy.
What a guy indeed. Like, that's just incredible partnership. Honestly, I'm just amazed at the teamwork these two can put together.
So you said Yeti's like they need towns to win. Is 2 towns like a winning game plan for them?
No. Not without Earth 1 or not without Water 1 in this economy.
In this economy.
In this economy.
Man. Bruh, are you patronizing over there?
No, I'm just thinking.
Wow. They can all hear you. They all... we've been talking about Bo Burnham. For Bo Burnham. Alright, I'm taking this spade. 8 points. I finally broke 100, Bizzle. I am almost as good as you.
Oh shit, you can get...
A spade.
You just taking coins?
I could leave that for you. Oh no, you need the freaking bridge.
Bridge. Yeah, I need the bridge.
I honestly think I'm just gonna take a spade.
The spade power action?
Yeah.
I think
need two
workers
spades.
is better.
Okay, I might take workers.
Yeah, workers is better for you. Yeah, you need workers.
All right, let me see how much I need here. 1, 2.
All right, I'm stepping back out.
All right, have fun. Go annoy them for the last round.
Sounds
We've won
good.
already.
I'll make sure to
Won
tell them
already.
you said so.
All
Watch
right,
you
we'll
after
do.
the game.
All right,
All
later.
right,
Bye.
bye. All right, so you heard Team USA. They're feeling pretty confident. I don't blame them. It does look pretty good for them here. But we'll see what Canada's got up their sleeve. Going to the last round, another trading post round. Yetis do have a lot of trading posts they could build here, although they don't have water 1. So I guess it's kind of a wash point-wise in terms of anyone else building trading posts. They are dominating the Colts, but it sounds like that's good for about 40 points. So I don't think that's net 40 either. I think that's just straight up 40 points, right? No. In any case. To these players' credit, this game is going on about 2 hours, not quite. I was convinced this was going to be a 3-hour affair, so we'll see. We'll see how quickly they play the last round here. But enough from me. Let's hear from Team Canada here. I'm going to step in with them for the last round here.
All right, that's
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Final round. How you guys feeling?
Good.
We have a little bit of a points deficit, but it seems like endgame will be gaining a lot more, and we have probably more on the pass right now. So we'll see what happens.
All right, all right.
I think they have one extra town coming in over us.
I guess you get the double spade, so I can just dig like D7.
I
For
think we need to just
myself.
get as many. You need to get as many dwellings out as possible.
Yeah.
Is there like a way you can get a third town here?
Possibly. It would likely involve fire 2. Let's see, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like you can get like, let's say a bridge, and like I could build C6 or something.
Yeah.
And you have like C7, D8, C8, B4.
Yeah, it's certainly possible.
I could help probably with a dig later on. I just want to confirm if I'm taking Cult Town.
I think so, just to stop them from taking it against me. I guess it doesn't matter too much. You might just want the 11-pointer, probably, actually.
Like, let's say if Chris takes it, and I think it's better if we both take it. And it's giving you power as well.
Yeah, like, I definitely want one. I don't know if you care.
I think it's.
I think the 11-pointer might just be better for you.
The 11.
I think so.
And then you'll take a Cult Town.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky because I would really like to take a power action first. I don't have to, I suppose, but it would be best for me to take a coins action first.
I'll leave it
then-
at that. I'll take the 11
yeah.
point down.
I think 11 points good.
Yeah, 11 points decent.
Because both Giants and Alchemists are probably taking Fire 2 on their next 2 actions. And maybe they both take a Cult Town? I don't think that really scares us. I don't think Alchemists want a Cult Town. They want a Worker Town.
Yeah,
I think I just take coins.
that sounds good. And blocks the coins from them too in case they somehow get enough power.
Yeah.
And even at that, if they take like an 8 point, you take 9 point town. So
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I'm 3 towning.
no,
1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I could. It's gonna involve Fire 2, I think.
Fire 2 ain't that bad either because you
Yeah,
are
they're both taking it. So
yeah. So you go up and he took a worker town, and what is he going to take? Is he going to take a coal town?
he's probably taking a Cult Town to force me to take one, which is fine. Okay, I just gotta count how many workers I'll need for this. Okay,
Okay.
2, 4,
I'll be
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, good call. He does go for the 8-pointer.
Yeah, maybe we should have taken it. I don't know.
Should have taken what?
I said maybe we should have taken the 8-pointer. I don't know.
You can still get it.
I guess like Giants are never taking, like they're never building a temple. Like they need to build.
So my question is, like, do I take? If I'm building a temple right now, right? I'm going to give you power. Do you want a 2-for-1? And if you do I take air 3? Right? Would that seem logical?
Yeah, I want a 2-for-1. I guess probably air 3. I guess Giants are set up so that they can take either Fire 3 or air 3.
And I don't think air 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
2-for-1 is good.
I'm not sure if Giants are getting their second town here.
I don't think I have the resources for another town.
All we need you to beat.
I just need to build structures.
Mhm.
Which, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to catch Alchemists, but we'll see.
I think that's pretty. It'd be pretty clutch if you're able to.
We'll give it a go. I don't need to form the town yet.
Oh, I think I may have fucked up. I think I may have fucked up. I should have put Priest of Fire.
We'll see. Okay, we'll just finish my town for a cult town. I think Air 3 was pretty big, because if Giants got that was a swing against both of us.
Mm-hmm. What if you took fire at 3? Oh, he's going for the town.
Yeah. Yeah, he's digging that for Giants. Makes sense.
No, Giants dug it with their...
No, Claybo took single spade to dig it for him.
Oh.
Because Claybo still has the bonus spade for D1 for himself.
So I guess I put priest to... What I'm going to do is I'm going to put priest to fire.
Yeah.
Defend that, right?
Yeah.
And next action...
Take a priest?
Take a priest. I would like to upgrade...
Or do we need to build a dwelling? What's... Giants network will be 10?
Mm-hmm. But, like, if I take a priest... I only need 1 extra worker, right? Which I'll get it. Definitely.
Yeah, 1 extra coin.
Yeah. No one's blocking C6, and Giants aren't getting a nether dwelling. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're still at 131 points, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot. They've got a lot of points. Should I take? I'll just take coins for now.
Yeah. I think you could beat them on network. I don't see them. I'm see them. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? You need 8. You need 8 workers, and you
Plus
need
the digs.
How many digs? 3 digs.
Yeah, that would be to tie them.
No, that'd win.
Oh, alchemists. No, they need their 2. They need a dwelling D1 and A4. And then that would. So yeah, if I build everything like my trading houses and dwellings, that would tie network with alchemists currently.
They don't have like they're getting another town, but can they get?
Yeah, but all of 2 structures left,
maybe.
and they'll have 2 left.
Yeah, good, but they don't have upgraded ship digging, right?
They don't. Okay, Giants took the priest on you. That's okay.
Priest to fire.
I think just hold on to it.
And what upgrade?
Because he might go 2 priests to water, and then
how much leech do you need?
How much leech do I need?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can give you 4 for 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 11 workers to do that, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 coins. So I don't really need more stuff. So just a free power on C6 is probably fine. I don't know.
Free power C6. No, I'm just saying because would you have enough to get a town? Would you have enough?
I don't have enough for a town.
Because you still need to upgrade shipping twice, right?
Yeah, if we wanna upgrade shipping, then we won't get as many structures. But I might just not need as many structures anyways, because I don't think. Well, it'll depend what alchemists finish at.
Oh, alchemists do have a dig. Jeez, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he'll be able to get to 15.
Hmm.
And I could get to 15, but then I probably don't advance ship anymore. So it's probably better to just let him win network and me upgrade my shipping.
Yeah, it's not looking good for us, George.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm just trying to think, like, where did it go like that wrong?
Well, them getting both for 40, right,
Yeah,
is pretty
no,
huge. Like,
it's trying to outstall me for. You want a 2-for-1?
positions. Let me just see. Sure. Uh, 2-for-1. Sure, why not?
Does that allow you to like put a priest to water or something?
For 5, I could put a priest to water and then get a priest back. Yeah, I'll send a priest to water, I suppose. Well, I need to hang on to those to fight other places, I think. I think I'll
Like,
hang
what
on to
other place are you fighting?
Well, like giants, maybe. On air. Do you want a 2-for-1? Does that help you in any way?
No, I don't know. I think putting priest to water forces giants, and like putting both priests there is like I don't know. I don't.
Like if I go priest to water, they just both send priest to water anyways.
And then does they pass me on water?
Yeah, I'm just going to build D8. I'll just transform and not build.
Like I don't get how he's at like 131. Both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they just both went earth 1, water 1, hit the pass tiles hard. Like, yeah. Anyways, I've just got to use the washroom.
Yeah, no problem.
Ryan, were you pleased to end up on swarm lanes here?
Not necessarily. No. Just trying to
Oh,
figure
sure.
something out.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Just trying to figure like because I play now, then George plays next. Like if George is not catching up on network, like let's say George temples for fire 3, and then I'll put my priest to water. So we can secure both cults. That's just what I'm thinking here, but I'm just waiting on George to come back from his break.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
The
so-
Giants have 3 priests now, so
Yeah,
he can
so-
still.
So what I was
He can
thinking
always
is,
tie you on fire.
yeah. Well, what I was thinking is, you can always time on fire, right? If he builds a temple, does he want to build a temple, or does he want to like just ship his priests everywhere? So if he just builds
Yeah, I
a
don't know.
trading post and he puts 1, 2, 3 priests, he's beating me on water. I think I'll just, because if I put like my priest to water, and then you take a temple for fire 3.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to fire 3.
So I think I'll just secure yeah, because he could put 2 priests. He could put 3 priests to water, and then take fire 3. So I'll just confirm fire 3, and that's it.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just build a dwelling.
All right, Claybizzell's done.
I guess he's probably going to priest to water, water 2, pass you on both water and earth. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, that's possible.
We will just do this.
Well, of all the silver linings, I guess water 2 isn't the worst one, huh?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
it
it's
just
always good
will
to see
show
water
how
2
dominant
take.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like, could we have prevented that if I took the 8 point instead of the 11?
Yeah, maybe.
If we both took the 8 points.
Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, so I can
Trading
trade
post,
house 2 dwellings.
trading post, ship.
Yeah. Or just dwelling. Dwelling, ship. Grab a couple priests. To fire.
If you can get priest, would you?
So I can go priest to fire. And then I can. No, that doesn't do much. Okay, let's just build a dwelling. Transform. Not build. Confirm.
Yeah.
Oh, he sent his priest to water. You didn't water 2.
He still wants to build a trading post instead of the.
Yeah, I guess the trading house is better.
Yeah.
It is 6 points, I suppose. Well, 5 points from. Okay, let's just build this dwelling. And then I guess just 2 ship advances is better than trading house dwelling. Well, trading house dwelling gives me 5 plus
3 minus 3.
6, so basically 11. Whereas 2 ship advances gives me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's more. It's more to
Yeah,
just
but
ship advance.
you're taking 3 points away. Can you ship advance once and or is that too much?
No. No, it's still better for the ship advances.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah. There's also get like resource point or 2. Let's just ship. Then we shall take coins and ship advance. Guess it looks like I should have sent my priest to water before his giant's last priest. And then I could have taken a priest to advance ship. But anywho, we go past.
All right, good game, guys.
Cheat sheet.
You want to jump into the other team's chat for like a minute?
They can jump here, no? We're all
Yeah,
already-
let's do that. Let's make them come to you guys this time.
They can come here.
Excellent. We'll be back in a minute.
All right.
No, I
All right,
disagree.
folks.
In a game of Terra, there are
GG.
multiple games.
So
I told you we were gonna smack them.
Yeah, you weren't wrong. Here, jump into game room 7 here, and
All right,
we'll.
oh my
We all
god, are we
agree that
going?
They have to join us, right?
Oh, that feels rude. All
Oh,
right,
man.
to hell with it. All right, so how's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
Is it? It didn't
Loving
seem good.
It's all fun. It's all fun games.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up?
So tell me about the double suicide you tried on E8.
It was
On
double
E-
suicide.
Yeah, it was suicide for you, and then it was like it was an attempted murder suicide. That's what it was.
Like, I think at the end of the day, like, I think it was like both even. Like, I was still building a sanctuary there, so I only needed 1 extra dig, which maybe I didn't need a dig over there, but it maybe allowed me more to connect.
Okay, hold on. I just gotta say this. Okay, you guys gotta look at George's time. This man took 56 minutes.
Oh shit! Do you remember that time when you were like, "Hey, so we gotta make sure and like keep up the pace here"?
Yeah, it's a little on the slow side.
Honestly, y'all, this was a
this
tight 220 game. I was expecting we were going to be here for another hour and a half, if I'm being honest.
Wow,
Like,
that was fun.
I need that timer to control me because I use my time. Like when the timer's there, I like almost never go over time. Like I play slow, so I usually take like 30 minutes in a standard game, but like I'm never going over time. But it's
This
just when I
time.
don't have that timer, I could just sit there forever, just like, which one should I do?
Me and Bizzle combined were took
Well,
zero
that's
things.
it, George.
That's great.
That's incredible. God
So-
bless.
Like, how many points did you guys have ahead on like the bids?
Out of
It,
the
it
auction,
looks like it was a 53-point difference at the end, so it was 327 to 274. What was the auction? The
Yeah,
auction
out
was
of-
like you guys had 40
37.
points.
21-37.
so did we
Yeah.
just
So if
go
we all
up?
started 40, you guys still win by a decent chunk.
Wow,
Yeah.
I would have never expected that. I mean, I really expected the Colts to be the way they were. Kind of expected Network to be a little the same way. I mean, Yetis were dwelling away tying, and
I'm
Giants, I guess.
still surprised. Like with the start you had, you were able to get out that much stuff.
Dude, kind of the
Yeah.
same. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Like,
sweating.
and
Bizzle was
use a single dig. Like you don't have your digs upgraded, and you still use the single dig to help Bizzle complete his town.
That was dope.
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm not gonna lie though. I was sweating this whole game. I was I was very skeptical of this game plan. Bizzle, on the other hand, polar opposite. He thought we were winning by 100 points by the end of which
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know how.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
was
where
pretty
you
crazy.
guys were though.
I think like we kind of felt like we were down on points early, but we felt pretty confident we had more end game, which we did. So we thought
Right.
it would even up somewhat, but towards like round 5, I think, when we all of a sudden looked at your guys' scores compared to ours, we were like, yeah, I don't know if we can make that up.
Well, like I thought it was over when we snapped up or Water 1.
Yeah.
Were
Like-
you both water ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not. I literally did not care about that, but apparently I should have.
Yeah,
I knew
like
you wouldn't care about that. I
Yetis
like,
have
George did not go rats.
Yetis have to play the
Yeah.
most basic game. Like
Yeah, like sometimes, yeah. I
A couple
didn't
things that I
get
am
as
very
much
curious
leech.
about.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got crazy coins, like Giants got 4
4
coin actions.
oh, that was gorgeous.
So like because Yetis, like I always have long rounds. And
Yeah.
so it's just if you pass before Swarmlings, you basically got coins.
Yep.
Which I sort of tried to like outstall you, like not give you leech
Yeah,
and like
a couple times.
outstall so you wouldn't like gain power before passing. So then you'd have to deny the power, but I guess that didn't matter much.
You did a good job at that. I was very impressed with that. So
I was like, I'm not going to give him any power. We'll wait till he has to deny it.
I thought we were gonna be friends, and you just come in here and you're like, "Nah, man, this is a one-sided relationship."
Yeah. Like, I don't know, E8, how more important it was for you than it was for me.
Yeah, like I mean, it was okay. It was really important for me, but I think I've like played this map enough to know that like it is a murder suicide, like. And when you're playing 2v2 and it's a 0-sum game, that's a little different. But
Yeah,
like when you're playing a
Yeah,
full
that's
player,
where in the 2v2 we thought it was worth it. In a
We
regular
just wanted
game,
to
I don't
make
think
sure
I would ever do it.
Alchemist didn't get the double spade.
I mean,
on
ultimately, I think ultimately it slowed down like his like his
Worker
worker income, and also like we from that moment like okay, network's like gonna be real dicey. So I think it ultimately gave you all the network points for Swarmlings. So whatever that's worth. I mean, I thought it was
Yeah.
it made sense. The
Yeah.
thing that I'm still wondering about is F4. Did y'all ever think to dig that to blue and town there?
You had the tempo on the
Yeah.
spade.
Yeah, I could have just not I used my cult spade on it, right? So at that point I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I could cult spade it like towards swarmlings, but you had tempo there. So I could have just left it
And then
That makes
later
sense.
came
and
back.
then later dug it, but I wasn't sure. I thought you might have come through there and taken it like ahead of me because I had a lot of actions. I had to upgrade dig and like take coins and stuff. So
Yeah.
That makes sense.
just tempo wise,
Not-
we thought it was
Yeah,
necessary.
I know what you're talking about because I needed that spade on H2, but I would have been tempted to dig it F4, I guess, because it would have been.
Oh, you
very
also
nice
couldn't.
one.
You couldn't dig it towards blue because
No, I couldn't turn it brown
He
or
was
black.
turning it
'cause,
brown,
yeah,
and then I would use the double spade on it, right?
But you can't. He couldn't
but I
because
couldn't because Alchemist would have just taken it.
Well, no, you physically couldn't because it's brown as your color. I think you have
Right.
you have to turn it ice if you turn it
Oh.
brown.
Because it's one
Right.
spade away.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Um.
Yeah, so I could have just
Interest-
not cult spaded it and just hoped that it would work out, but
Yeah. I don't know. And then D6. Why did you guys not just have you dig D6 instead of swarmlings
that
young
was
white
so
workers?
weird.
The heart dig?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
put
don't
3
know.
workers into it when Yetis had upgraded digs.
I
I
guess
think
I thought
you
I
guys
had.
did that for the power, didn't you?
I think tempo wise, I think we might have needed. I think I needed the power.
Okay, that makes
I was kind of
sense.
stuck. I don't think I had advanced dig yet, and I needed the coins to finish my advanced dig.
That's fair.
So
It just
it was
hurt
probably
to watch.
it's probably slightly inefficient, but
Yeah, other than that, it was fine. We were just trash talking the entire game. It's fine.
yeah.
I will say the two different voice channels had very different vibes, as you might expect. Yeah, Bizzle and Claybo, you guys are talking about omelets and Bo Burnham. Although I will say, as a spectator here and getting to hear kind of both sides a little bit, I would not have expected Team Canada here to be the ones making the aggressive digs on C4 and E8. If you told me who was playing in this game and that there were two really aggressive digs by one team, I wouldn't have guessed that it went this way.
Yeah.
So kudos to y'all for flipping the script.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Also, shout out to B5 being the scariest dwelling when you initially placed it, but it ended up being okay.
Yeah.
We were very nervous about it, and then we
Yeah.
weren't nervous about it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the other question.
I
Why
debated
did you...
taking the spade and
I was-
just first action double spading A6
Mhm.
and then taking A5, but I just power wise I wanted to build my stronghold first round, and then I would have needed workers, and then I wouldn't have had enough power. And if we let
Okay.
Alchemist get worker power, then he would have double spade on his second action.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah, but okay, I see.
That's fair. It was
Hey,
like
did you
Yeah, I did it. I did
go
there
ahead.
more so just as like kind of sealing off that side of the map for me. Which again, I don't know how well that actually works. Like, yeah, I don't know.
We don't either.
Yep, we don't either. We kind of ran with it. I
Yeah.
love that there are 4 red hexes that aren't touched. 4 just closed off red hexes. You couldn't even just dig those to a different color. Made me feel better. But yeah, it was a good game. It was fun.
Yeah, good game, everyone. Congrats,
Yeah, it's fun.
congrats, Bizbo. Biz Jangles. What was the
Bizbo.
Bizangles? I think was what Jack came up with.
Isbo.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, did you guys look at the cult board? I mean, that tells you everything about what you need to know about this game. I mean, that's red, white, and blue all day long, baby.
Red.
Love it.
It depends on the order. Isn't that like France or something?
It's just right. That's all we care about. We're Americans. We don't care about the order.
Yeah.
Who's
Is
that?
that
We
why
gotta
they
get.
open Swarmlings?
Are we getting Bowser and Zitcob in a 2v2 next? Is that
Oh gosh.
Team France?
Have fun with that, friend.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
I will say that we did legitimately meme the faction picks. I was like, you gotta pick a white faction, and then we'll pick a blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
all
think about
planned.
it
You
until
guys
this
played into
moment.
our hands.
All right. Anyways, it's been good playing with you guys.
Yeah.
I gotta go hang out with my girlfriend. So, been
All
fun.
right.
All right. Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks.
Later, guys.
Have a good night, everybody. Game.
Adios.
All right, that'll do it. Thanks everyone for tuning in here. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and until next time, how do I end this stream?